Good morning, Steve Freed with the Morning Grain Comments. Markets are a little bit higher today. Beans up about a penny at 13.17. Corn up about a penny at 4.77, and wheat up 8 cents at 5.92. Looks like stocks are going to open up higher. The dollar is a little bit lower, and crude is lower. Today is Fed Day, so we'll find out what the Fed chairman feels about inflation and interest rates. Certainly, if you're looking at food and energy, those prices are continue to be higher, but some people think that outside of those two areas, inflation has peaked. Also, this week we'll be watching the UK and see what they do to interest rates. But in general, today is more of a financial market than a grain market. Harvest, we're still trying to figure out early yields versus expectations. I think that the soybean seed size is smaller than normal, and we just haven't got a good handle on the ear weight and size for the corn. Obviously, with the 2.2 billion bushel corn carryout, there's room for the corn crop to be smaller, especially if our export and feed demand does not increase. We're going to be looking at a cattle on feed report that's got placements around 95%, but a big range on what placements could be. Given the positive cattle margins, the lower placements could offset the better margins. Ethanol numbers, production should be the same as what we've been seeing. Stocks should remain low and margins remain positive with lower corn prices and higher energy prices. Wheat market, Algeria, looks like they bought some Russian wheat around $237 a ton. FOB, Germany was the next price at $241. We also have an Egyptian tender. In talking to our weather guy this morning, he said he's all of a sudden, overnight, gotten real busy with questions about South American weather, questions about Australian weather, questions about some of the weather in the Black Sea, and also just what's the forecast for the Southern Plains winter wheat planting. So all these things popped up out of nowhere, especially after CONAB came out and put their corn crop at 120 million tons. The last year was 132. USDA is at 129, and I think that woke up a few people. South American weather is supposed to improve in El Nino year, especially in Brazil, but we're hearing that the corn plantings have slowed. And that they're waiting for rain to pick up their planting pace. Any late planting in Brazil corn could reduce double crop acres in beans. Australia remains dry. They're talking about a 24 to 25 million ton crop or lower. The USDA is using 26. So I think in general, we're still kind of on a holding pattern in the grains, waiting for results of harvest. How much selling at harvest is going to push prices lower versus the chance, at least for corn and soybeans, to bounce post-harvest because of tight U.S. supply.